Ahoy hoy scrumpers. Let's get right back to it, shall we? Now let's have a look around. Now, I believe I wanted to do more side quests than go straight to the main quest. Oh, yep. Don't wish to go in there. Now. I believe. Yes. Where am I? I'm there. So it's in that main hallway. So we go back to logistics. Oh, I have to adjust my seat somewhat. And I suspect what I'm looking for. There. In the twisted hallway. Oh, this nonsense again. Oh, please, he did not get me. Ah. It's a handy little trick. Grabbing the blast exploder. Ha. Right, now I believe this is the way we want to go in this weirdness. This is very disorienting. What's this? Rifles. Ooh. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of redacted memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she had been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman, referred to the Creator's Dilemma and the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake, overlapping with our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. Ooh. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. The agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. A monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Well, there we go. As I said, I've not played that particular Excuse me, I was under the impression I thrashed all of you. Oh, here we go. There it is. Yeah, not at all disturbing.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
What? Are you looking at me? Oh, good lord. Mannequins are gawping at me. What?
New bureau policy. No more mannequins.
No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Lining the item's cell, the newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. A wire and fabric waist mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. Trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found. Number of duplicates that manifest during an episode or the duration of which they last before disappearing. Well. And a flamingo. How many times are we going to have to go to sealed threshold corridor? This is the nearest. Oh. There's something yellow there. Am I wrong? So let's find flamingo. I don't think it can be that way. Climb this way. Ugh.
That's got to be an altered item.
Oh, you again.
This thing again. Got into another altered item. Is this thing what? Is it fighting the board?
Oh, this is a very small.
I never did like flamingos. Too...
No unique procedure required. Altered status is suspected but unverified. Plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. New altered effect has been...
pink.
Really? Just that's it? You know, on the one hand, I do like that she seems unfazed by what's going on. On the other hand, you know, she could be more interesting and have more to say about what's going on. I think the main character really is. Oh shit, oh shit. Bomb all. Now to research. Division, ooh. Been some time since we've gone to research. I suspect there might be some goodies. This way. Oh, the rubber duck. Here we go.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. Each with a different value on the pH scale from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
So no Do you hear that? I heard a quack. Where is it? I heard it. I heard the quack. I'm certain I heard it. Guys, there might be a rubber duck loose here. Let's be careful. What are you looking at? Aha! Ooh. Oh.
Disappearing ducks. Great.
And then...
Notes are correct.
Finally, no more quacking.
Rubber duck. Direct contact with the item is not permitted. Safety gloves are required when handling. Item is a yellow rubber duck. Bath toy from the 1950s. A single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes a sound analogous to quacking. The item travels considerable distances with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a redacted of unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct physical contact with it and begins to follow them, quacking often. This has led to a researcher named Redacted entering cardiac arrest, though due to the individual's health issues, the matter may not be connected to the item's effect. Oh! Called the man chonky. Well, not necessarily chonky, just unhealthy, perhaps. Might be a heavy smoker. Rituals. That mirror, we are gonna have to do that. Do the panopticon.
So many cell breaches. Guess life's a breach, huh?
Life's a
Every
breach.
altered item on your list is now
goodness.
back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
Yes.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here.
I told Subdoor it was dangerous, but no, why it's Langston.
Now, I believe I shall return to Central Executive as we picked up an outfit. Although, perhaps it's nothing special. Because if it's... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's just that. You know what? I'm going to wear that for a bit. And increase our health. Launch large object. Oh. I want to go for that. Special constructs. Yes, let's see. No. No, nothing. I am P7. Right. Let's continue. I have no idea where. Oh, it's that one. Transit corridor, yeah. Haha, yes it is. I see you.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby. There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Oh, let's have a look. Which I guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Yes. And we got the response to that. Why do we... I suppose rotating this will open the door. seems like a good place to get out. Yeah. Again, though, I do find it very annoying how Jesse's health is so fragile. There we go. Anything else around here? Looking into. Sod was. Airplane? The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Redacted, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Redacted AWE. See case file Redacted for details. And is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access redacted. For more information on tunnel redacted and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and redacted, see file. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for redacted, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Well. What's that? Damage right? That doesn't matter. Ordinary. Ah. His testimony. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom. Likely Tom Barlow, missing. And his gang, Freddy, likely Frederick Bartwell. Missing. Hugo. No one by this name was found in public records. Bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Extrapolated information. Confirmed existence of additional slide. Designation house. I think I should. Maps. Is there anything? That's it. Accuracy. Cost per shot. I do have an ammo cost per shot. That's 50. Ah, it's not as good as the other one. Reload speed. Wow, some of these are quite rubbish. Evade energy cost. Okay, we can swap that out. Your recovery speed? Okay, we can go for that.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shedding a light through the shadows.
Ordinary. Ah, here we go. Oh, this is television. Oh, is this from Ordinary? Benikoff. No unique containment procedures required while bound. Description. Power utility. A CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. Screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of redacted. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness this effect for their own use. See report redacted for results tested with prime candidate redacted. The object is currently bound by redacted. Background. The object was first discovered in a local news story from redacted, Kansas. A figure had been seen redacted over buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town who discovered that a man named Redacted had bound himself to the object. Mr. Redacted was detained, and the object was brought to the Bureau for study.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions. Or die trying.
Oh. Ordinary. Oh. that's not the right one. The support service and introductory guide. You know what? I'll go through these at some point. Yeah.
Hang in there. America overnight.
Ooh, alright then. A beating it is to be.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the gunner's psychological assessment.
Why does it not let me?
You ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
I mean, horrible torture. They're basically training bloody Homelander. Why is it doing this? Okay. There we go. Here we go. Ordinary. Yep, B. The second slide we called the meadow. But it's really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I don't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting and we'd come out. Everything had melted around the projector. Aiden. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more. Tom beat the secret out. Found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow. Tom changed the... That's not what happened. Dylan faded. Confirmed existence of additional slide designation, the meadow. After what happened at school, it's Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector, Dylan Faden. Tom and his troglodytes, nice use of troglodytes, were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide, we called it that, but it really was a broken concrete thing, like a warehouse or a bomb shelter, or something, very dark. The Not Mother lived there with her babies, children, I don't know. He was feeding Tom and the others the milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Jesse Faden. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity. Designation not mother. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. Fell and hit my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us. Showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris because she was doing her stars at school. Extrapolated information, additional slide, designation, hand, is verified and in pure possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity, designation, dog Neil. Man's a dog now. We went in and met Polaris like a star. Told us we were special. She made us special. Felt like being born or reborn. The world fading in for the first time. Familiar, but somehow different. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. Dung monkeys and the knot that were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. Took all the slides and burned them, all of them except hand. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity, designation. Oh. Burned all the slides. I mean, on the one hand, probably wise, but on the other hand,
See what they have on ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Is this like Chekhov's gun? Chekhov's city? Like, this is going to be destroyed or used as a weapon later, I feel like. Page 3. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. Maths teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs, then Tom bashed her head in. Jesus! Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked maths. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. Grown-ups realised something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Old. Mum and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I? I don't know. The disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector-related AWE.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Ordinary supplement. Ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, slide projector, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Event response. 30th of August 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, P6, Jesse Faden, 11 years old, P7, were playing at the local dump. They found a discarded slide projector. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September the 14th. AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector, and the slides were burned with the exception of one. Jessie escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. The interviews redacted and prime candidate program files redacted.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing.
By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the owner of Dawn Pistol stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects. Therefore, that time, any photographic slides, the type used, slide projectors found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately.
Pretty unbelievable.
I know that's one of those sneaky ones. Anyway.
We should check that lab.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Like the Stargate. energy. You know what? I didn't finish exploring in there. Walking on the mesh. Strongest mesh I've ever seen. I believe I shall leave it here. Thank you for scrumping with me. We'll go for that one. Anyway, yes, thank you for scrumping. Shall see each other again soon.